Imagine a world with auto insurance that is fair, transparent, and easy. That is what Roadzen is trying to do. And with me is the CEO, Rohan Malhotra, to talk about this and how you're using AI, hopefully to get there. So let's just give me a quick overview of the company and your mission and the infrastructure and what is it the problem you're trying to solve.
Jane, firstly, thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm the CEO and founder of Roadzen. Roadzen has a simple mission that as cars become what is really an iPhone on wheels, what you'll see is there'll be incredible innovation in businesses around the car, whether that is identity, cybersecurity of the car, entertainment in the car, or insurance. The key decisions that you need to make for an insurance policy is, how do I price this policy? How do I sell this policy? How do I process the claims? And how do I make sure the car is safer on the road so it's more profitable to be in insurance, right? And Roadzen makes these 4 decisions simpler using AI algorithms that we have built. And we can now make your underwriting, your premiums lower. We can make them transparent. We can make them fair. We can process claims in less than 2 minutes. On average, it takes about 6 weeks to process a claim. We're doing it in under 2 minutes.
Wow.
We can also make the car safer by giving the driver alerts before they're about to have an accident. So it's preventative, it's fair, it's reasonable, and it provides a great customer experience for every single driver on the road. We are now 400 people. We're a global company. Auto insurance is an $800 billion market annually, and we're targeting to be the innovator in this space. Now, I have to say, Roadzen is not an insurance company. We work with insurance companies, we work with car companies, and we work with large fleets across the world in the US, UK, Europe, and India. And those are our core platforms that we've built so far.
Interesting. So now, from a consumer point of view, if they're interested in pursuing this, how do they even get started? Do they go to your website or how does this start for them?
We're not a consumer product.
Okay.
We focus on enterprise relationships and enterprise businesses. So you get us through your insurer, through your car company, or if you're inside a fleet, you get it through the fleet.
Yeah.
But we engage with large, carriers. We engage with motor vehicle makers. We engage with fleets that have 5 vehicles or over 1 million vehicles. And that's how we get the product out.
Yeah. Now, speaking of technology, you also have a product called Mixtape AI. Explain that.
Well, we launched Mixtape last quarter. There are 2 things in the world of insurance that are super critical. One is the decision-making that goes on for underwriting, for claims. And we already had built a lot of algorithms to make those decisions, like computer vision to estimate what a part is damaged, whether it needs to be repaired or replaced, and stuff like that. However, there's another part to the insurance world, which is customer support, because you have to make so many calls, or, you want to upgrade your policy, you want roadside assistance, you want to file a claim. It's all a manual process today, and we are automating that with Mixtape. Mixtape is a foundational platform that allows Roadzen to deploy AI agents, and these agents can do anything. So let's take an example. It could be an agent that's in your pocket that has read your policy, and now it can answer questions about your policy. It can file a claim for you. It can get you roadside assistance if you need it. It can renew your policy. It can upgrade your policy without having to speak to anyone ever again. And all of this can be done within seconds. And we are using foundation model providers like OpenAI, like Google, like Anthropic. So we can take any of these model providers and put it in Mixtape, and the product will interface with you and give you what you need from your policy.
So it's really the agent is the Mixtape is.
Yeah, it's an AI agent.
Yeah. Which is fascinating because that's, what all they can do for you. Now, you just had a 1.8% increase in revenue. Your losses are narrowing. There's a path to profitability. I mean, talk a little bit about the business and the balance sheet.
We just announced results yesterday. We did 12.1 million of revenues, which was a slight increase from last quarter. We narrowed our losses almost 88% on a year-over-year basis. and our adjusted EBITDA was roughly $1.8 million, which in a loss, which is roughly 15% less than last quarter. So you can see that the company is really accelerating towards break even and profitability. And Roadzen is one of a few AI companies that are public, that are doing $50 million of revenue and accelerating and will be break even. So we think this is a great opportunity for us to tell our story to the market.
Yeah. And also, you cleaned up the balance sheet, as you mentioned, including a recent $5.5 million reduction through a structured cash payment. Explain that, and how does that fit into your vision for the company, where you go from here?
Well, we had a bunch of liabilities sitting on the balance sheet. We renegotiated and paid off roughly $12.6 million of liabilities by paying roughly $1.65 million in cash and issuing 1.2 million shares at $2.80 a share, which is way above the current price of the stock. So basically, we've been able to get rid of almost 13 million in liabilities by a combination of stock and cash payments. And what does this mean for the company? It's that we're now able to get our core business into focus. Rather than people worrying about noise on the balance sheet, we want people to focus on our core story, our growth and journey as a public company.
Sure. And the technology that you're using to disrupt
Absolutely.
an industry. So,
Yeah.
Rohan, thank you so much for coming in and explaining Roadzen.
It was fantastic. Thank you so much,
Thank
Jane.
you.